What's going on, Commanders fans? Happy Saturday. I'll try not to interrupt much of it. Ohio State, Illinois, a lot of games today, Oregon, Indiana. So not going to take up too much of your time, but we do need to talk about Dan Quinn's presser. Some of the injury updates he gave. Terry and Noah Brown are out for this game. He never ruled out Sam Cosmi, so maybe he could play. We'll talk about the possibility of that. Looks like Deebo will play as well. We'll go over the captains, all of what Dan Quinn said. Make sure you guys hit the like button on this video. Hit that subscribe button on the road to 3,000 subscribers. Also hit the hype button on this video. Turn notifications on if you would like to, receive whenever I'm going to go live or make a video. You can get those notifications if you want. So, let's start with some injury updates. Again, Terry McLaurin will be out for this game. It's a big loss, but we've seen this team be able to find other guys. Like we've seen Jaden Daniels be able to work with Luke McCaffrey, work with Jalen Lane, work with Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel's filled into the role of being the wide receiver one fairly well, so I'm not necessarily that worried with not having Terry McLaurin. He wasn't doing great before the injury anyway, but when we get him back, I need him to play really well because he got paid big bucks this year. And I've seen people talk about trading him or moving on from him. Just stop, right? I understand that he got paid a lot of money. I understand that people are frustrated. I understand that, he's dealing with injuries right now, but stop saying we're going to move on from him. They signed him to a big year or a long contract with a lot of years on it, and so just let him come back from injury, give him a break, and we'll see what he does after that, but we'll see. So Terry McLaurin's going to be out for another game for the Commanders. Again, this injury is not looking great, but Noah Brown's also out as well. I mean, I wanted Noah Brown to play, obviously, right? I wanted Noah Brown to be out there, because he's kind of like a guy that could fill some of Terry's, when Terry's not out there, we need another guy to stretch the field vertically. Noah Brown can do that, and so I've told you guys that before. Would just love Noah Brown to play, but he's not going to play. It's all right. It's fine. But, so he's been out for 4 weeks now. So if you're going to be out for 4 weeks, I don't know why DQ didn't just throw him on IR, but it is what it is. That would save a roster spot. Dan Quinn did address it in the presser. He said he didn't really know. Like, he didn't know exactly how long his injury was going to be. He didn't want to throw him on IR because then he has to be out for 4 weeks. So it's fine. Noah Brown will be out for this game as well. Other injury updates. Sam Cosmi was never ruled out. Sam Cosmi could play on Monday night. We have an extra day, so that's definitely helping. I would say that my prediction is that he'll probably play against the Cowboys. This team is very cautious with injuries. They did it with Daniels. They're cautious with Terry. They're going to be cautious with a guy that, a bigger guy. Like, your lower extremities when you're a lineman, you take a lot more hits, and you put a lot more weight, on yourself when you're an offensive lineman. Like, when you tear your ACL, that's a bad injury. Just let him recover one more week, right? This offensive line's playing pretty well as it is. Let him recover one more week. I think the goal all along was to get him back week 7 against the Cowboys. So that's probably what it's going to be. But we'll see. Sam Cosmi never ruled out by Dan Quinn. So again, we'll have to see what transpires there. He was asked about Deebo Samuel. He never really, from what I heard in the press conference, he never really answered the Deebo Samuel question. Like, he never, Ben Stanig said, does that include Deebo? Is gonna be a game time decision? Because Dan Quinn only ruled out 2 guys. He said everybody else would be a game time decision if they're on the injury report. And so, Ben Stanig tried to ask about Deebo. Dan Quinn kind of danced around that question, right? He never really said, I feel like if Deebo was going to play, DQ would be like, oh yeah, Deebo's in. But he never really clarified that Deebo was in. So I don't know. I hope he's going to play, but he's in question right now. Again, I tried to tell you guys this earlier in the week that he could not play, but nobody wanted to listen. So it's all right. But Deebo, maybe not going to play. I would say it's about a 90% chance he is going to play, though, as of right now. It's just good that he wasn't ruled out today. But he did miss 2 practices this week, so we'll see what happens with Deebo Samuel ultimately. Chris Rodriguez Jr. was on the injury report. He was never ruled out by Dan Quinn. He's going to play. He never even got mentioned. He's probably going to play. John Bates is a captain this week. That means he's going to play. He was on the injury report. That's the only reason I'm addressing him. And so that's kind of what the injuries look like for this week. We're going to have the team's getting healthier. That's what I'm trying to say. The team's getting healthier, and we're getting healthier at the right time. So we need to go on a streak here. Getting a lot of guys back, getting Sam Cosmi back is going to be huge. We'll see if he ends up playing this week. By the way, for Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel, and Noah Brown, they were not on the field during the media viewing portion of practice. So however you want to take that, they were not on the field during the media viewing portion of practice. And then Deebo Samuel came out later, and he worked on a side field. So Deebo Samuel still didn't practice, right? He went on the side field. So Deebo Samuel's in question. I'll tell you that. He's in question for sure. So let's get to Dan Quinn's press conference, though. Some of the things he had to say. He started off by saying John Bates, Dorrance Armstrong, and Mike Samverstow are your captains for this week, so you get one offensive captain. Dorrance Armstrong would be the defensive captain. Mike Samverstow is another defensive captain. I don't know. Like, normally you have, and this is the way it's been last year, a few weeks this year already, offensive captain, defensive captain, special teams captain. Who's the special teams captain? I don't think Mike Samverstow plays special teams. I know Dorrance Armstrong doesn't play special teams. John Bates, that he's the only guy that's on offense in here. So I don't know what Dan Quinn, what that is, but maybe they're switching it up, right? Those are your captains for this week, though, against the Bears on Monday Night Football. By the way, it's a sellout, blackout. You guys, if you're going to the game, please wear black. Don't ruin it. All right, so Dan Quinn said they had a good week of prep. He said Terry and Noah are out, as I said. He said they both have been making good strides to return, and he never said they should be back next week, but from what I took into that press conference and heard in his tone, it sounded like Terry and Noah will all be back next week. That's what it sounded like to me. It seems as they're going to be back next week. But this week, again, it sounded like for at least Noah Brown, they're erring on the side of caution. I think Noah Brown could play on Monday night. They're erring on the side of caution. Terry McLaurin probably couldn't have played Monday night. He's probably not medically cleared, but it sounds like he will play on next Sunday against the Cowboys. So nothing much to worry about there. But they're both making good strides to return to the football field. They should be back next week. DQ said Ben Johnson is a good play caller, and he said they have consistent execution of plays. Talked about Ben Johnson, talked about their offense, said it was, he got the offense going. He's going to continue to get better as the year goes on. And he said that they did a lot of preparation for the Bears. And obviously by how he was talking and what he was saying, it sounded like they did a lot of preparation for the Bears, as they always do. So he talked about Jeremy Reaves a little bit, said Jeremy Reaves, he said he's seen the speed, right? He's seen the speed that they saw in the offseason, seen that transpire on the field. So glad he talked about Jeremy Reaves. He's been really well. Like he's had some mistakes, but other than that, he's been really good on the field this year. So Jeremy Reaves, glad he got a shout out from DQ. DQ also said the O-line has been playing as a unit. He said they were making progress. He said they've gotten stronger as a unit and have been able to play together. And then once you get Sam Cosmi back, it's going to be even better. So I'm excited for this offensive line and a unit that people really didn't think was going to be all that great going into the year. You trade for Laramie Tunsil. You draft Josh Connerly. He didn't look great in the offseason. People were kind of worried about that. Connerly's held it down. And he had a tough start to his career, right? He had to face the Giants, Packers. He's had a tough start, and he still held it down. And he's getting better over the weeks. Like, there was a lot of talk about him early in the year. He's kind of held it down. Laramie Tunsil, we've seen the penalties, but other than that, he's been pretty good. And DQ said he saw the offensive line in the run game, how they're opening up holes, opening up gaps, and they're helping the run game a lot. And they've been a really strong unit this year. They've had some good execution. DQ also mentioned that all the rookies are making their mark, right? He didn't. Now, there was one rookie he failed to mention. I'm sure you can guess. Kane Medrano, never mentioned him because he's been inactive almost every game this year. And I've gotten some questions about Kane Medrano. Like, he's been inactive every game, so he can't really do anything. I think one game he might have played. I think it was Atlanta. He might have played that game, but you didn't see him much at all. He said all the rookies have been making their mark. It's good to see guys lean on each other, and that's some of the things he said. He said he was asked about like a bye week and how a bye week helps a team. The reporter said it might have been David Aldridge, but the reporter said, like, not specifically to the Bears, but how does a team, from a bye week, like, how do they prep for the next team? How do they stay ready? And DQ said the Bears have had space and time to prepare for the Commanders. And he says, when we have bye weeks, we take a lot of time prepare. Sorry, stuttered there. Prepare, for the next team, and you have a lot of time to get ready. And so they love bye weeks. Obviously, who doesn't? But yeah. So last thing he said was they're tough and physical at the line of scrimmage. They're good at the line of scrimmage. The Commanders, I think one of the things that's made them tough is the line of scrimmage. That's exactly what DQ said. He said our line of scrimmage has and then for those of you like really worried about Deebo, I did just see an update. Dan Quinn said they'll take it into Monday with Deebo Samuel, who is dealing with a bruised heel. They have until 4 p.m. on Monday to upgrade/downgrade players and elevate anyone for the practice squad. DQ said tomorrow they'll probably make some guys, upgrade some guys. Tay Martin probably get elevated. We'll see, and they'll elevate some guys for the game on Monday. But that was really what transpired in practice today. Again, hopefully Sam Cosmi goes. Hopefully Deebo Samuel goes. But as the other guys, Terry McLaurin, Noah Brown, they are officially out for the game on Monday. So, this Bears game, man, I already told y'all, I gave y'all my score prediction. I think it's going to be a 27-24 Commanders win. I think Matt Gay kicks the game-winning field goal. I'd love for this to be a game that's, a blowout, but I just, I know this team, right? I've been a fan for so long. I feel like this is going to be a close game, but I hope we win this game and take the Bears. And, after that Eagles game last night, first place is wide open. The Bears, and we knew this from the start, the Eagles were a beatable team. And they just showed that even more on Thursday night. Like, we knew this from the start. The Commanders could win this division. I think we're going to win the division this year. That's just me. There hasn't been a repeat division winner for the NFC East in a long time. I'll just say that. I can't remember the exact year. So I think that's the case again this year. I think the Commanders win this year, then they repeat after that next year. And so we'll be the first repeat winner in the division in 30 or so years. So got to take care of business on Thursday or on Monday night, though. Got to take care of business on Monday night. I gave you my keys to victory: control time, possession, run the ball against the worst run defense in the league. We have the best run offense in the league. You have to win in the red zone, create turnovers, do all that glorious stuff, and you win this game. And so I'm very excited for this game. Very excited to watch the Commanders. I'll be doing a watch party for this game on the channel. We'll start around 6:30 for the watch party. Make sure you guys pull up to that and join in, like it up. You can go actually like it right now because it's scheduled on my page right now. You can go like it right now. Post-game reaction is scheduled on my page right now as well. You can go like that up. We'll be doing that directly after the game. That's what I've scheduled. Probably no content tomorrow unless there's some breaking news or anything. That's all I got for right now, though. That was what DQ had for us today. That's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys Monday night when it is about an hour and 30 minutes before the game for the watch party. Then after that, again, post-game reaction. But Commanders taking on the Bears. Hopefully you guys enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy the rest of this Saturday, college football. But yeah, enjoy your Sunday as well. Whole NFL slate. So going to have a good time with that. We'll see you loses and wins. Hopefully the Cowboys lose to the Panthers. So I'm going to be a big Panthers fan tomorrow. But that's all I got for right now. You guys take care. Get out of here. Hail to the Washington Commanders. As always, peace. Let's go get the Bears W. This is the last time I'll see y'all until Monday night.